Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the entertainment district of AlkenStar. A city under siege? Well, that depends. We'd have no idea how far the zombie apocalypse have spread, concentrating in this one small district. If they can find the source, perhaps they will become the unsung heroes that save the city. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the All Guns No Glory OVA series. We are doing a little bit of filler between Season 1 and Season 2, as I realize that I have not yet loaded software yet, so it's stalling tactics.
I will say real quick, you mentioned, the city was under siege. Like, AlkenStar, that's kind of par for the course. We're second to, Absalom for the amount of times we've been sieged.
That's true. That is true.
And I mean, this can't be the whole city, just this part of it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the zombies aren't going into the junk district where, our fair adventurers went for a huge chunk of the first book.
Well, the one thing about a zombie apocalypse is for some reason these zombies keep coming, and they might overwhelm the city, or perhaps it's contained. The entertainment district is not cordoned off. Now, the shield marshals may react, but perhaps they will react too late. As we know, the story so far in Headshot the Rot is we are dealing with a small party that has bought tickets for a very special play about Pharasma. And while they were waiting for the first show to end and the second to begin, the streets filled with zombies crashed through the tavern they were waiting in, and it's just been chaos and invention failure after chaos after invention failure. I mean, ingenuity.
Now, out of curiosity, Jeff, is the author of that play a notorious necromancer?
Shouldn't be.
Because, I mean, if I was a notorious necromancer and I wanted to, spread the undead plague, I think including the verbal components of a spell and the somatic components into a play as a dance,
Okay, listen, Hester. Listen.
In The Evil Dead, when the guy's like, I'm going to translate this book. What does this passage say? And he starts reading it out loud.
Can I have a society check?
Yeah, I'll give you
spoiler alert.
I'll give you that. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but I was just like, man, what a great way to spread an undead plague. It's just this is the play I wrote. Oh, this guy's such a good playwright. Act it out verbatim.
Why are they rain dancing? Why is it raining zombies?
Knowledge Society. I'm going to throw it out there. Zombies, not a terrible roll. I got an 11 for a total of 17. Is the author of this play a notorious necromancer?
You've never heard of the author of this play being anything other than an author of a play because someone else with your crappy 11 told you that they were an author of a play.
No, I got a 17. I rolled an 11.
Still no.
Yeah,
I will say.
Interesting theory.
Fair enough.
As far as
it was just a thought.
Is concerned.
Completely meta thought. I don't think my character would have had this thought, to be fair.
I will say a bit about a character knowledge here. Pharasma, as a god of the dead, absolutely hates undead. So a play about Pharasma involving raising dead, I think her church would get involved at some point if this is some sort of traveling play.
Yes, after the town burns and you're all dead, if the Church of Pharasma hears about a zombie epidemic linked to a play because of a toy's suspicions of said play, the church is going to be all over that.
Well, that's just assuming this is the first showing of the play ever.
Let's deal.
I mean,
with
I'm on the
facts.
fence with joining sides with them because like creepy puppet plus zombies kind of works.
It's a vibe. I'll admit, it's a vibe.
You just ride into the
Yeah.
into the mitts of your
Oh,
shoulders.
big boss.
I'm not the necromancer. I'm the necromancer's champion or favorite chew toy. You choose. Sure.
Swear to
Let's
God,
deal
if it's
with what we
a
know.
hamster though.
I mean, it's nice to keep your options open. Anyways,
Necro hamster.
necro hamster. I like it.
Oi and vey. You guys have crossed over not once but twice, and you're in the third building in the entertainment district. Across from you is the very theater house that you were trying to gain access before. Zombies, as you can see, are still roaming the streets as you guys pepper your way through the windows, checking all sides. A cannon is supposedly, though not visibly on this map, bolted to a floor. A dog, injured in one leg from former cannon incident.
That was the other
And a
building
happy
with
couple-
the cannon.
There's just
Oh, that's
Scooby-Doo.
true. No. He's right. Rickard's Gunnery Sale was a building over. Sorry,
Yeah,
you guys have...
We're in a bar.
Major-
I don't know if
Way
we've,
to- yeah, you've
if we've
made your way to the
actually
Stockdale
spent
Cafe.
time searching this building or not. That's what I was
Yeah.
asking earlier. Is
Sorry. Yeah, you've made your way to the Scafield Cafe. A simple two-story building stands at the end of the street, while its first story is brick and mortar like the other buildings in the area. The second floor is made of expensive imported oak, dulled by age and sturdy and possess a dull polish that indicates the owner must have taken great pride in caring for the precious metal. You guys ran around and went upstairs and searched the bedroom and found a hidden panel and figured out, remember, there was a gun. Scafield's gun, 18 gold. Remember you guys went upstairs and found the panel and you guys found a little bit of treasure?
true.
If I may
Yeah.
interject and ask a quick question.
Should give the gun to the puppet,
name
though, just
the
for
name
fun.
Did you say the name is Scafield? Correct?
Scothwell. Sorry, Scothwell.
Scothwell. Even better, Scothwell. Are there a lot of brass instruments around and perhaps a large dance floor with which to ska upon?
No.
Oh, damn.
I take it the last paper you wrote was not kind to you because you're just really reaching now.
No, I'm just really tired, man. I'm just
He's
so tired.
generally salty.
You guys have gone upstairs, come back down, and then you're playing your next move, and then you guys hear a scraping noise. Skitch, skitch, skitch from one of the windows. Glancing around, you don't see any obvious sign in the front windows. You see a hooded figure. Our Atticus Bellamy Smokefur is closest in the center of the room to the rear window where a hooded figure is reaching up and not trying to bang their way in zombie, but most creepily, not exactly like a regular person tapping, just dragging fingernail down a couple inches going skitch, skitch, skitch.
Just really
I'm going
helping
to
with that atmosphere.
slowly approach the door. That was way faster. I'm going to slowly approach the door with my gun drawn.
Not a door, a window.
Okay. Approach. Hey, a door or a window is just a door that's smaller. I'm going to slowly.
just saying, you're going to start doing door things. It's not, just so you know it's a window.
But I'm going to approach with my gun drawn. If I recognize it once I get closer as Shrn-ni, I'm going to try and crack.
Anything about Aiden Willems? Oh, hi, Aiden. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
It's metagaming now. He is tired.
I thought you said it. I'm sorry.
It's
been a-
fine. Shrn-ni.
day.
Oh, big reveal. Aiden's here. Welcome back to the show. You see a particular catfolk that you've had dealings with in the past. Perhaps he is the reason why the fates have drawn you to this area. The place is crawling with zombies. Well, that's interesting. Sticking to the shadows and being a little disheveled and disformed yourself. They haven't taken much notice of you yet. But it's only a matter of time before they discover and feast on you. Possibly an interesting experience, but probably not what the fates have in mind for you. Peering in windows, most are empty, and then you find a bunch of adventurers, all bustled and gunned and on the lower level, as opposed to most people here clambering around and seeing in windows at the upper levels of these buildings. And then there's a particular catfolk adventurer in a duster, which you recognize quite clearly.
And he will see Shrn-ni's eyes just light up with little sparkles, and the fingers on her head just start basically just waggling at him.
Waving. Oh, she's waving at you.
Okay, hold up just 1 second. Did you say fingers on his head?
Her head.
Her head. You have head fingers?
You'll see. You'll see.
I'll
40 feet of
even
front
from the
window zombies,
distance-
little guy zombies.
even from the distance, the rest of the party sees my body just kind of shuffle to the window and
Okay.
try and quietly slide it open.
Sure.
The hell are you doing out here?
Oh, I knew the stars would guide me back here someday. Of course it was you.
Get in.
Oh, thank you. Just gently float in.
You ever see what is it, Enchanted? And there's his second wife, the sort of octopus woman, the fish woman. And then when she climbs, she stays vertical and like stuff comes out from the robes and just like just a multitude of something clutches at the window, though Shrn-ni remains vertical and just comes straight into the window and then lowers herself daintily on the floor in front of you.
I'll close the door.
Now you may freak out, Matt. Yeah. Would you describe yourself head to toe, though I know you're pretty much covered?
Yeah, so primarily wrapped in like multiple layers of dark blue robes with basically speckles of white that almost remind you of stars, and then in the midnight sky, and a slight smell of sea salt that just kind of wafts into the building. As the kind of bluish green skinned person just kind of floats through the window.
Waving the entire time with their head fingers.
Correct.
I'll close the door after she's through, and then
Man, I thought I knew a lot about this game, but with that description, I have no idea what you are.
He's one of the new races.
Yeah, zip it.
It's more
Okay,
fun to
so-
leave it as is.
And I'm going to recognize the irony of a poppet going, "Oh my God, what the hell are you?"
Yeah, I was going to say, the cat takes you over. You see a gray silver kobold wielding an oversized polearm, a dwarf with no gun that's obviously still bearing the marks of Dungan Hold, the cat folk and this tiny little four-legged centaur dog toy with a whip that looks freaked out that you're here.
What?
Shrn-ni, this is El Manubrio, Hugin, and Yawgmoth. That name is real unsettling, bud. Folk, this is Shrn-ni. We've had some working in the past. We escorted a geriatric old fart through a brewery at one point.
Pleasure
Oh,
to
I
make your
forgot about
acquaintance.
You are fascinating. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
She leans her head all the way down so the fingers can pat the top of yours.
I'll lock eyes with El Manubrio as Shrn-ni is patting his head and just be like,
And El Manubrio is frozen completely. Head fingers really throwing him for a loop.
I did that, not Aiden, guys, so carefully you pick up on what I'm laying down.
all right, so what's the plan? Are we going to rush across to the church?
Do you vouch for her credentials, like how she might be useful to a party besides being
Well, I
creepier
mean-
than what we're fighting?
She's got her own little magical. I really don't know exactly what it is. Every time she waves her hands, she's got some new trick that she's pulling off, and it's always
Well,
useful. And
I'm
always
just saying,
weird.
identifying her as a caster in AlkenStar, that might have the whole party taking a step back. Though it is
That's
bronze
why I'm
time
trying
and
to
not-
use colorful language.
Oh, okay.
I trust her.
He starts. Does
Well,
cat folk have their own language? We
to
just
be
went through
fair-
this with Joe.
If
do
you are not
actually.
a zombie, you are our ally. In this particular circumstance, I personally will not draw any lines in the sand to help we can get to attain whatever it is we can to attain here.
Well, also we ain't in the sand right now. We're like indoors. Metaphorical, right? Sorry.
So you have a dwarf with no gun, a kobold with an unproportional weapon, and a tiny little creature with an unproportional big voice. And he's quite charming. You must be in the right place.
The friend of my friend is not my enemy.
Also, maybe we can get to see the show at the end of the evening. I'm being facetious, of course, but
Very, very, very optimistic, yeah. Yawgmoth being pointed at the front window. The zombies are roaming around and take note of, like, just tacking to the building. You know what I mean? They wander the streets spread out and then just start, there's a small pack of them wandering this way, and they start trying to come in the door and the windows.
well, that's not good.
All right. So let it begin.
Would you like me
What was
to
our-
take care of you first before we bring them in?
Yes,
little
yes, Yawgmoth, please don't stand in the direct line. You've been wounded enough. And El Manubrio will actually like take point on the door. Whip ready.
Like right in front of them, or you can use your distance.
No, right in front of the door to
Okay.
be between the door and Yawgmoth. Because, I mean, he's probably visibly bleeding still.
Yawgmoth has 34 wounds and currently 24 hit points. The undead are fresh. Atticus only has 1 hit point of boo-boo despite his recklessness and 39 hit points. Hugin has 9 wounds and 57 hit points. You're fresh, L, as 54. And of course, our cameo from Aiden tonight is full at 30. The dead have 20 to 50 hit points each.
Mine should actually be higher. Character sheet is wrong.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because we fudged you in.
Yeah. It's 46 for the listening audience.
I'll look after that.
That seems much more reasonable because 30 hit points is oof.
A little weak.
Still the lowest in the party, I think, you guys. My max is 39.
I leveled you and just gave you 50. How did you end up with 46? Did I do something wrong?
I adjusted stats from the last time I looked at this character.
Oh, let me see.
I dropped my con.
Yeah, who needs con?
There we go.
I think this game has proven we all need con a little bit.
Yeah. And toughness. And
So what's your strength bonus? Anything?
0 strength, +1 dex, +1 con, +1 intelligence, +2 wisdom, and +4 charisma.
Dang, with that +4 charisma.
I'm a charisma caster. Is what I do.
with head fingers and all.
Yeah, the nails on the head fingers are done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I can't zoom in, but literally, yes.
Nice. So, gentlemen and lady, what's our next move? These guys are thumping away out there. May or may not have caught scent or sight of you.
Shall we
We've
let them
got
in?
Elmembro right by the door, Yawgmoth to the right, Hugin, you are right behind L, or you want to be somewhere else?
No, I'll be right behind Little L.
Back around the side to a table, we have Atticus, and then standing straight back from the door, 40 feet, 30, 15 feet, that's 20 feet. We have Shrn-ni.
is this where we would like to make our stand?
I'm going to make a hop over the bar.
Okay, backing off more.
Yeah.
Shrn-ni seems to literally glide across the floor and makes very little sound while doing so. Almost bobbing like she's floating.
Very lady of pain of you.
Is that premature, Aiden? It's only when you're casting? It's been a while.
Yeah, it is a little iffy. The kind of floating, like it's soft, and then it actually like increases once I cast.
Okay. We're not saying 15 feet in the air full T Christ pose, ladies and gentlemen, but, some creepy floating going on. They have come. Phrasma's amongst us. All right.
Oh, God.
It's just enough that there's no upper body up and down movement when she walks, so it's just slightly unsettling.
In pure silence, we can just hear the gentle scraping of one of your toes dragging against the floor as you float across the ground.
It's dragging of something, you assume it's toes.
I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with toes because anything else would be more horrifying.
Misnomered your gender.
Oh, I really don't mind.
Right. But as I inquired, should we make our stand here or perhaps withdraw?
If we pull back, we gotta still let them in so they can be in here, and then we go out one of the windows and around. It's the only thing I can think of. But if we pull back from the door for now, maybe they'll back off too.
El Manubrio just kind of looks at him, thinks for a second, and then backs himself back to the bar.
Shrn-ni will glide back 10 feet.
Come on, folk.
So
Give them room to come into the kill box if they're going to break their way in. Or give us room to get to a window if they break in.
I will move
That's
back
fair.
to the bar, or close to the bar,
straight off the door, or you want to be in the corner?
straight to the door.
Leaving Hugin Flintfire, stoic, silent, and finding himself alone close to the door. Oh, he steps back. Okay, thank you.
Just 5 feet.
Finding himself alone. So now that you guys have all backed off, we realize no one's opened the door. We're just going to let them bust it in. Of course, that would kind of defeat our plan, because if they break in the door and we leave, they can just leave through the broken door.
Well, I was gonna give it a minute to see if they back off now that there's no one right there that they can smell, quote unquote.
You guys see the weird one peeking in the window
Of course.
and just kind of hammering on it.
all right.
Almost mockingly, like it's just looking at you, tapping like I'm coming, but not really trying to break the window open. But you hear heavy pounding on the door from the shambles.
All right, here's
Open the door.
the only thing I can think of is to let them in. Most of us start fleeing to the back. One of us go out now, try and sneak around. The rest of us stay here, open the door, let them in, flee out the back. Someone stick around to close the door and run. It's really risky, but it's the only thing I can think of.
Do we not want to fight them?
We need to get to the source of this. We start fighting them, it may draw them all here.
Fair enough.
So far, for everyone we have felled, there has been another to replace them.
That's why we need to get to the source as fast as possible. Who thinks they'd probably be best to get out the side, get ready to close the door behind them once they come through?
I should have no trouble evading them.
Okay. Then go out the back or one of these side windows. Watch for us to open the door and let them in. Once they're inside, close the door behind them. Sound good?
Good blood.
The rest of us, we draw them in. Don't engage directly. Just pull back. We'll go out the back window, and then we'll rush around. He'll close the door once they're inside. Any questions, comments, major concerns?
I will say, Shrn-ni, that, and these guys probably forgot from us playing a while ago, they did witness a bunch, like a fresh bunch, flooding out from the theater doors across the street.
Okay.
So they can't confirm it's a source, but that's where they want to investigate.
Okay. Appreciate that.
We also confirmed that people that were at the first show are amongst the undead now. Some of the civilians we went, oh, look, there's the Carters. Oh, they don't look good. So I'm like, okay.
Hypothetically, there's a finite amount of them, but we don't want to test that theory.
Dude, that just sounds like free XP to me.
For all you
grind
people
off of them.
For all you people that don't have ammo, sure.
Finish this little in between adventure, like 2 or 3 levels higher than you should be coming into the next one. I see what you got going.
Well, let me tell you, this adventure is written for 4 third-level gunslingers. You guys are 5 fourth-level adventurers. So no. You owe me XP. So whatever you shoot will just come off your debt. And he's back over the bar, Bellamy. Okay, so that's the plan. We stuff the toy out the window. Close the window. Tell him he's got it. Mm-hmm. Bellamy leaves his safe cover firing position.
Just get ready to start moving. Get ready to start moving to the back and pull them in. Don't do anything that makes a lot of noise. Mostly me. That's me I'm talking about here.
Okay. So you guys want to give it a moment, and then as your first action, Bellamy, open the door and move immediately. And everyone's going on his go?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
That's 2 of my actions. My third action will be to... because I think I actually have a short sword.
Can I have everyone actually give me main perception initiative from your characters?
Nine.
16.
Jesus, Hugin.
20.
I will, since you guys are picking your moment, I can manually adjust Atticus just to the top of the initiative order because it's all ready. Wait, so he can peg 30 because he can literally wait 6 or 12 seconds and go now and, do his thing. So I'll put him at the top, but the rest of you are all reacting to him opening the door, right? So 1, 2, 3, off we go. So starting with Atticus and starting with fresh initiative, taking us to the battle board. Atticus, whip the door open and fall back 20 feet through your companions.
And my last
Hugin.
action will be pulling my boot dagger.
Okay. And Hugin.
Okay.
You're 15 feet from the door. What do you do?
Let's move 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. Sliding through the domino pile of players and picking up the rear now. You guys are a nice tight row behind Shrn-ni. Try to resist the urge to shake your head hand on the way by.
Yeah, I can go another 20.
You go for a high five.
Let's go, guys. Woo! I'll go another 20 to the south, and then
Did you want to try and get the door open? Yeah, I was going to say you want to get the window open as a third action, yeah?
Yeah, I'll get the window open for everyone else.
Okay. Yawgmoth, you are 20 feet from the door. It is wide open.
Sweet. I will move backwards. 15 feet.
Okay. One's in.
Then I will... Said not to make too much noise, eh? I will set for my pole arm for a charge. Yep. And now I'm done.
Let's talk about setting pole arms for a charge.
Sure.
I'll give you a second to look that up finitely, and then when we come back to the consequences of that, I will ask you that again. Next, we have Shambling Undead number 2. I'm out there roaming the street. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Shambling Undead number 4 happens to be at your door. As soon as the door is open, this thing does the yay! I am slowed. It is always slowed 1. I do not get 3 actions. I cannot use reactions because I am a shambling zombie, but I can use 2 actions and go 1, 2, 3, 4. I come forward 20 feet out of 25 and immediately attempt to fist, pump, slap our cat friend. Punch, yeah. But I want to go for a grab because I get a free grab. I tried to grab you. I tried to punch you. With a 15, getting me a 22.
Jesus.
Slams you. Even in the arms that you hold up, doing 1d6 plus 3 plus a grab maneuver. Does 8 points to Bellany and gets a grab remover. However, my last action is a successful strike. It takes an action to grab. So I don't actually get the grab this round.
Nice.
And I can't. It says last action. I don't know if I can carry that over from the last round, though.
I think it would.
Well, I mean, I think it means I got to come up and smack, and then it's like, okay, round 2, and here you are. It's like, okay, now I can get a good hit and try to grab you. And you know what I mean? I think they're constantly trying to have it come over, smack, and then if you're stupid enough to stay there, then you kind of get the grab and the chew, and you know what I mean? Like, there's always that. As you keep moving, it can still hit you, but it doesn't swarm and grab, and you know what I mean? And I think that's how they've built the action economy. Unless you guys can find something about carrying actions over from the previous turn, because it says last action was a successful strike, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it carries over from the last turn. I'm not sure. Right now, I would rule no, because I think that's part of the, part of the way they've set
I
up.
think if he's in range and your next action can be the grab action, I think you'd be able to do it because your last action was a strike. It doesn't say your last action this turn.
Yeah, but actions don't carry on from round to round.
And a creature that doesn't even get a reaction, I'm gonna stick with my ruling and say no. Appreciate you guys being ballsy and letting me do that, but there we go. It sounds like Gibson just read that out. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problems.
So I move, I slam, 8 points. You hurt, no problem. And then the real trouble begins as the doors open and a rotting, not a shambling, rotting undead goes 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh dear, where do I go? Climb up on a table. No, wait, back up. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, difficult terrain. Starting my second move. 30, 35, 40, 45. Do I have... This is a full-on dude. Taking its time to pick its way around the table and coming up to Mr. Bellamy Smoke Fur in between tables. It is standing in difficult terrain, or at the very least, the tables might give you some actual cover because they're kind of in its way. So I'm going to give it the standard -2 to hit on you, and it comes at you from the side. Since you guys are lined up and it's just easier to get to you than go the long way around and not get any hits in. With a fist and a 19 plus still 7, 26 hits Mr. Smoke Fur. 1d8 plus 4 plus grab and zombie rot. I actually have 3 actions. So not only do I spend 2 to grab you, to get to you, and smack you, unfortunately for me again, third action is smack. However, can I have a fortitude save, please, sir?
14.
I'll let you know if you've succeeded or if the stage is not immediate. I mean, it would suck if something set in like a day later. It's like, we saved the day, and they come back to the next campaign, and he's like, all right, let's have a whole bunch of savings throws because he died from a disease in between season 1 and season 2.
That's okay. I basically swallow entire bottles of antibiotics every day in character. So now that I'm a part alchemist.
and what else? And hairballs. Shrn-ni.
No, I put an anti-hairball mix into my antibiotic every morning.
Oh, there you go. That way you're first so shiny. Shrn-ni, what do you want to do?
Let's move 5. 10, 15, 20. So, kind of moving up, back and over one of the tables into the corner with the stairs.
I can count, because you can climb easily over these furnishings, like there's the step to the low chair and the table. I'm just counting this as difficult terrain as opposed to asking for acrobatic checks.
Okay. Yeah,
So do
that's
you have
fine. I have 25 feet of
5,
movement.
10, oh, you do? Okay, so it's 5, and then 15, 20, 20. Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Yep. And I'm going to start. So a little bit of liquid is going to come off of myself and form into an icicle within my hands, and then I'm going to launch it forward at the zombie standing on the table, or the undead standing on the table.
You freeze your own sweat?
The life essence.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
Purifying icicle.
At the back of the room, the back wall is 10, 25 feet wide. Starting at the right corner, we have a 5-foot dip in front of a stairwell heading down. We have the window. Then we have at the bottom of a L-shaped stairwell, we have Hugin. There's the stairs. In front of that stairs, right in the crook of the L, we have Shrn-ni doing her flick attack. And who are you targeting?
The rotting undead one.
Okay, got it. Have at me.
We're going to be making disenchantment references all night. When he flings his quote unquote, or she flings her life essence, I'm just going to quietly whisper, "That's disgusting."
Spell attack roll plus 10. As a 22 to hit. Sorry, these things are going to be manual tonight.
Yes.
All right. It is going to take 2d6 piercing damage, 1d6 cold damage, and if it is undead, additional 1d4 positive damage.
Ooh.
I am undead. Thank you for asking.
So we'll do piercing first.
Nice, dude.
2 6s for 12. 2 cold damage, and then D4. 4 positive damage.
Man.
Very nice. What spell is that?
Purifying icicle.
A lady never reveals her secrets.
Very cool.
Just damage in cold hard numbers. So that's what am I looking at? 18 points?
Yes, 18 points. And if it triggers weaknesses or whatnot, then it does the weakness thing. Or resistances with resistance things.
A plague zombie never reveals his secrets, but yeah, I'm
Well, hey, zombies might be resistant to cold. I don't know. That's why I'm
Lots
calling
of
it out.
undead are. It's a
Damage.
pretty safe assumption.
I do have a weakness. And it takes an additional 10. It really hates cold, it really hates pointy things, or it really hates positive energy. You're not sure, but one of those three are
It's not like the
combination.
other.
You actually do 28 points.
Oh,
not
wow.
18. It's a weakness 10 to something, or maybe 2 5s, or maybe 3 and a +1.
3 and a +1. It doesn't like sweat.
You throw a divinely charged cold icicle at it. It drills into it, and it really hurts it. Boom. But, can we pick apart what it was? Now that's some recall knowledge, but I'll give you a bonus. Give you +2 bonus since you observed it. You know exactly what its weakness is.
That was 3 actions, so I don't think I can.
Next round.
Next round.
El Membrio.
So am I still up on the windowsill?
No, we tossed you outside.
Okay, I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
So I
You
can't
want to
see
be on the
in.
windowsill?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to wait until I saw the last.
Yeah, if you want to be on the windowsill,
Dude,
then when they come in,
shuffle
that's
through.
my cue, and then
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So up on the windowsill. Has the last one come through yet? Okay, then I will hold my initiative until the last one comes through.
Okay. It's you. Which brings us to the guy outside. And E 5:30. I spend 2 actions just trying to squeeze myself between the bar and take smacks at the closest thing that my friend is smacking at, because I'm a visual person and you're right there and people are too far away. And hey, there's this little mini swarm going on at the guy at the front. So, we do the undead thing and go, eh. But we burn all my actions just getting to you. Lucky kitty cat. And now, L. Oh, he's in.
He's in? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hop down.
No. First action, I will trip the rotting undead that's on the table because he is within my reach with my whip.
Thought they would have closed the window. Did they leave you to close the window?
I'm in the windowsill. I don't know if they closed the window or not.
It says it's still open, but I didn't think about stating whether or not we would have closed it after putting him outside.
That's the thing. It's like, you guys do not want undead to escape. Have him saying, no, I'm on the windowsill. Sure. But it's like, wasn't the whole plan was like, you go out there, close the window. So otherwise they could just go out a window, right?
That was kind of my thought.
Okay. So if the window is closed, then I will hop down.
Okay.
And truck it.
Okay.
Around, double move to the front door. Close it.
The door. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Nicely done. I love it when a plan comes together. Almost.
Yeah.
Not exactly. But we hardly know each other. What can we
You got some of it done.
Round 2. Atticus. Wow, everybody fell back so quickly and left you alone. Isn't that great? You've got 3 new friends.
That happens. All right, do I need to do anything to get away from them?
No, you're not technically grabbed.
Okay.
And hopefully they do not have reactions.
Good.
Then-
You fool.
I am going to pull back 25, hopefully. And then once I have successfully pulled back, let me double check my inventory real quick. Should have done that first. That was planning. I do. I have 2 elixirs of life. I'm going to drink one of my elixirs of life.
Okay.
Which equals a d6. Yay. 1.
Would you like to use your hero point to re-roll that?
No.
It's time to re-up our hero points, guys.
I'd
yay.
like to save my hero point for something a little more desperate than that.
Does that reset them if you have more than one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
Okay, because for some reason I have 4.
Holy crap.
What?
Interesting.
There was a leftover.
And then I'm going to use my last movement.
Hey,
or
you
my
never
last
have
action.
more than 3, just so we're clear.
Yeah,
I didn't want to leave that comment in the air. Yeah.
Can I use my last action to hop out the window?
Yes.
Sweet.
Acrobatics, athletics.
I believe acrobatics is going to be a little better for me. You want it in the thing?
Oh, yeah, it's open. Like I said, unless you roll horribly, you're out the window. If you fail,
I mean,
He
I rolled
falls out
pretty
the window.
horribly.
He falls out the window.
no, it's like the DC's like 5'10". It's just like
I
if you
know.
rolled a 1 and got like a 7, it'd be like, oh, you get stuck in the window somehow, or you trip, or your spurs catch on the sill as it slid down behind you. It can happen.
So that's my turn.
Yeah, it's fine. He's fine. He never falls. He's a cat, right? What could possibly? Oh, wait.
That's not, no.
That's good. That's good.
He's fine as long as he's not trying to use his
Cat-like
new
abilities.
toys. His toys.
So how many
Oh, he's good
times
with
have
that.
you fallen? Mr. Smokefur.
A few. Yeah, honestly, I've lost count.
And
He's
have you
also a
ever
trap
landed on your
finder.
feet?
I always land on my feet. It's a racial trait.
He
Ancestry
also
trait.
landed a couple of traps in the first book. He was our trap finder.
Yeah.
He found them.
I did.
He was like
So
purple or
hard.
pink for a while.
Yeah. But we don't want to talk about that in case we do a Star Wars version of this. I want to fresh for some of you guys. Atticus, was that 3?
That was 3.
Eugen Flintfire. He's our man. He doesn't need a gun, though it's in his name. What do you want to do?
I think I'll just delay for now. I want to make sure Shrn-ni gets out.
He's 16, so I'm going to drop you to 14. Just
No offense, Yawgmoth, but I think you got this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yawgmoth.
I would
The
like
mighty.
Yep. I would like to move back 15 feet. And then I'll ready an action to swipe at anything that comes near me. So,
First thing that comes within 10 feet, right?
yep.
Okay. 1 to move, 2 to ready.
Yep.
And
I'm done.
now here's a question.
Yep.
When you ready an action, though, must you not have an action left? Don't you spend 2 to ready your last? Or is it 2 until...
It's 2
Can
and
you-
then
can that
a
carry over?
reaction.
It's 2 until the action happens. 2
Yeah,
to
so
do 1. Right, to ready an action, you can only ready a single action.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wondering if you need
strike
an
or
action
remove.
economy out of the gate, but I guess not because it's a reaction to set it off. So I was just doing some...
Because
carry math.
you're like spending one of the 2 actions to prepare the second action.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, I stand there, I spend 2 to ready a single, I'm done, and the third one holds. Well, he spent his third action by moving and then sets himself for 2.
No. You got that.
Yeah, can it come through the turn? Well, it's never happened before in our game, so I'm just kind of like,
You
When
ready
you're
an
spending-
action, which costs 2 to do 1 action.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's all right. You don't need to all chime in. I was just thinking out loud. It's like I said, it's because of the reaction that gives me the ruling that he can. It's in the air, so it's fine. Because up until then, people were spending their whole turn going 2, ready 1. They don't burn the third, and they wait. Hopefully, something crosses, and it was suspending that action, right? Anyway, it's fine. Before we just start melting out your brains. So that's Yawgmoth done.
Yep.
Okay. Just gonna get rid of some of these obscure undead that are not directly involved with our day. Shambling Undead 4. Guess what he does? 5, 10, 15, 27.
And I'll
That's
swing.
Yawgmoth. As he steps from the 10-foot position into the 5-foot position, he sets off your swing. And let me just target the little bugger for you if you have...
When he's at 10 feet, not when he's at coming to 5 feet. When he's at 10 feet.
I don't provoke stepping into
I'm not.
10.
You're
I
not provoking. You're not provoking an attack of opportunity. You're coming within my reach of my weapon, which is 10 feet.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's not a movement from 10
Nope.
to 5. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
the
that's- that
the
is a
second
clar-
movement would provoke.
That is a clarification. DM understands. Moving on, please. Let's not have the whole committee chime in. I am trying to.
I'm just
because
saying.
I
I'm
have.
just saying.
Yeah.
I know, but Jeff said
Oh, for
yes.
fuck's
I
sake. Oh, no.
see. And then you guys all pick up the mantle, going, and then I got it. Yeah.
This is our karma coming into play here, Jeff.
It is.
Physical miss.
I
Do you wanna
will
hear about that?
Sampling
use
undead
my
does not
hero
have-
point. Reroll
Why?
that.
Why?
To
Doesn't cost
re-roll
an
a
action.
critical miss, it's a brilliant time to use a hero point.
Think about it. He doesn't have a name. You're not burning one of your action economy because you've already spent it.
No, but you like to do weird things with critical misses. So
I
Yeah,
only
you
just
do.
have you.
lose an action. No.
Yeah, but you can't lose an action. You
No,
can't.
but you
You know
carry
what?
it on.
Honestly,
So
turning
no.
a critical miss
Sometimes.
into
A critical hit.
But I don't have
totally
name
worth a
card
hero
for you.
point.
You're gonna regret spending that, I'm sure.
Oh, probably.
Have at me. What's your damage, sir?
I'm trying to roll
Okay.
it. 24.
And he destroys it on the way over. Well, one of us regretted you using that hero point. I'll give you that.
Was it the
Rotting Undead
zombie?
number 1 spends 10 feet skewing itself from tables, because I did say it was in difficult. Oh, no, you don't. You don't spend extra actions leaving terrain, do you? Just stepping into it. 5
And moving
10,
through it.
15. Yeah, but I'm leaving it, so I don't think that lasts.
You're good.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh.
I do read some rules, you know.
This is going
25 to get to you.
Do
And I've
you
got-
have a reaction?
no.
Aw. I was hoping.
No,
I have 2 targets.
because I used my
very-
hero point.
I'm very interested in the woman that shot me with an icicle.
Oh.
And I actually go for, not Yaga, but I actually go for Shrn-ni. Because even though you're adjacent, technically you're both right there. And a swing with the mighty fist, and a 2, and a miss. And I hate you so much, because this really hurts. My fist is not considered agile weapon, because I'm just lumbering with it. So with a -5, I will even risk a second swing from my final action, and critically misses. I'd like to leave it there, but apparently I carry over fumbles and lots of actions next
You
round.
do,
So
you do.
You know you do.
And the regret continues. Shrn-ni, what do you want to do?
I will float out the door. So 5, 10.
Did I mention it was my idea to bring in Aiden tonight? Just it was my idea. Wasn't it?
25.
Been much floating and high-fiving.
We Shrn-ni out.
I imagine you don't
Creature
even
does-
change your posture going out the window. You're like a cat. You just non-Newtonian fluid out the window.
Yep.
Matt and Joe don't know. This is the character that Aiden created for Abomination Vault's second round Dungeon and Sons. But since the original Monster Interrupted Abomination Vaults is still running, I asked him to cameo this character and play test it here in the first season and now in our OVA series of AlkenStar. And they all love this, love this character. So it's
So
like,
fun.
come back.
And then I'm going to target it. So give me a fortitude. Oh. Give me a fortitude save, because I don't know this.
Okay. Are you projectiling? Because you're shooting through friends. At least.
No. Because it's a save, it's not a projectile.
Read me the spell. I believe you, but I still want to hear the spell.
It's fair. Void Warp, range 30 feet, targets one living creature. Defense Fortitude. You call upon the Void to harm life force. Target takes 3d4 Void damage with a basic fort save. On a critical failure, target is also enfeebled one, so start of your next turn.
Does it affect undead? Because you're asking.
It said
about-
living, but in character, I don't necessarily know they're always undead, and this is going to affect them or not. So,
if the spell literally says affects living creatures, it probably won't affect them.
but yeah, and that's fair.
Okay,
I'm,
and you shot
I'm role playing.
Oh, okay. But you shot a very effective icicle that seemed to hurt it even more.
Yeah, it could have been the sea salt and the ice.
Appreciate the
But
Trelawney
He
space
means
cadet. Yeah.
sweat.
But I would say, but Aiden, salt would have prevented it from freezing effectively.
Slush
spell
bolt.
called? What's the spell
If
called?
it's cold enough. Void Warp. It's a cantrip.
No, it can't. It can't trip them at all.
It can't
Uh-huh.
rip either.
Oh, actually,
Target one living creature. Yeah, see, it's not even a description. It's actually in the target one living
I
creature.
gotcha.
So I'm going to say no. Yeah, I
okay.
was just going to say maybe in the wording I could bend it for you, but it's like nope. It's literally in the stats. Living creature.
Okay,
Alive.
I'll hit it with daze then.
As much as I appreciate the roleplay, since it is the apocalypse, it's not a great idea to sort of a combat short one-off, not the big story thing. But I do appreciate your staying in character.
Looks like it's saved.
I got 20. I
Yep.
see. And versus, what did you do for the other one? Days?
Yeah,
Okay.
daze.
You sparkle some lights, but it does not seem to react. Yet. I'll get to you in a minute. No, I'm interested in the cobalt.
Gee, I don't know. Okay.
Because you
Just wanted to make sure it did no damage. Cool.
I don't take things personally. I do get distracted by whatever's in front of me, and you left. So, is that you, sir? All three?
Yes, that was me.
Hugin Flintfire, he's our man. Do something impressive, Drew. Don't be upstaged by new cameo people. I believe in you.
I'll move to the northeast so I can get within range, and I want to shove the rotting undead back away from Yawgmoth.
Okay.
With a 17 success. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
You pushed your guy. Yeah, so the new upgrades, they have not just actions, but they have an activities tab, and you can specifically do certain, like, it'll say athletics, and it'll give you all these subcategories of shit you can do, which pop up in the feed. So it literally says, shove, athletics versus fortitude skill, athletics, mod, strength, expert, traits, attack, 17, at rotting undead 1, success. Shove, activity result, 17 success. You push your target back 5 feet. You can stride after it, but you must move the same distance in the same direction. Do you wish to?
No. I just want to move
But the
5
chat
feet
said
to the
you
north.
could. Don't beat me. But the chat said, fine. Shove.
All right. And
Oh,
then
I see what you're doing now, and you put him at Yawgmoth's 10-foot range. Oh, very tactically clever.
And then I'll go out the window.
You got this Yawgmoth shove.
I mean, I'm
Yawgmoth,
hoping he
you're our
like
man.
comes with me.
I
but
dig that. That was brilliant, actually.
Yeah. Shambling Undead 3. I'm all alone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. Excuse me, daddy. Double move gets in the way of the other guy and has to stop its action to get close to Yawgmoth, and he's done. El Manubrio
is going to
Cheerio.
Manu. It's the U in the middle that's screwing me up.
El Manubrio.
El Manubrio. L. Sorry. I'll let you know
L
when I
is
get it.
good. L is going
I'll
to go
practice on the
across the street and
Okay.
open the door. If it's not already,
Okay.
it's already open, isn't it? Because things have been just shoveling
Yeah.
out, right?
Yeah.
Do I see anything else?
That's so much you see.
Actually, I will spend the action to perceive. Yeah. With a mighty, it did not come up. Why didn't that come up? Do you guys see that?
Did you put it in the tower?
I see
I
it.
threw it in the
Oh,
chat.
there it goes. There was a little
Okay,
bit of
there we
lag.
go. A 13.
Excuse me while I drag another
To
entire
move,
encounter.
open the door. If the door was already open, then I'm just looking, and I still have an action. So what do I see? I see
Use. Let's do the official thing here.
1, 2,
We've got
3, 4. Oh,
the
my
fine
goodness.
furnishings of this theater, including velvet seat cushions, polished marble aisles, and expensive silk draperies, are marred by blood and other fouler liquids. The elevated stage at the far end of the theater features a gloomy tableau of painted wood and canvas designed to resemble a decrepit cemetery. The display is decorated with religious iconography.
Iconography.
Thank you. That seems to twist and warp when looked upon for more than a moment. Two figures dance upon the stage. L, and the place is filled with undead. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps you're wrong. But no one is here to witness.
That's fine. I will duck back and take up a position beside the door to wait for my allies. Hopefully they didn't notice me.
Yes, I deleted all the freaking undead out there in out in the street, and now I have to put them back and see if anyone noticed the little dude scamper across the street.
Skitter. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out here. 16, 21, 12, 20, 23. Oh, somebody might have seen you. Oh, we'll get back to that. Because I really don't want to put 3 encounters in one.
Well, hey, let's put a stealth out there. Just in
19?
case. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, your stealth would actually, instead of me perceiving against your DC, it's not a versus check. It's not my 21 beat your 19. Your stealth now just goes against my character level. It's the word I'm looking for, Joe. So tired.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We don't do versus anymore. It's not stealth versus perception. It's character DC.
Give me a second. Let me look up.
I think it'd be his stealth versus their perception DC.
Which should be like, 10 plus whatever their perception is, or 11 plus their perception, or something like that.
Yeah, and then
It's plus their level and their perception.
Well, the level is factored into perception.
and then if they seeked, it would be their perception against his stealth DC.
Right.
Okay. I will say that as you scamper across, peek in, come back out, and look over there, it does not look like any of them are coming your way. They're spread out. But if you remain out here very long, as they're shambling around, they are sure to catch notice of you, or the next batch coming out the door just very well might. But you do seem safe enough for the moment.
All right.
Which brings us back to Atticus.
Yeah, I'm going to start moving. Is my speed
Along the wall to the east, yeah?
Yeah,
20 feet.
that's one. That's 2 movement, because I think my pace is 25.
The hug in the wall to the corner, 25 up, and the third one.
I'll stop there,
almost
that way.
Almost to the front, yeah. You're not in view of a window, nothing can see you, hopefully, and you're not quite at the front of the building
Right,
waiting for your friends, yes?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yawgmoth.
I will climb out the window.
Okay.
One action. Next action, close
Yeah.
the window.
Hugan, you owe me athletics as well. Athletics or acrobatics. Scampering away, keeping them at length of your polearm.
27.
You're good. Luckily, there's no dwarf sprawled at the bottom of your feet as you come out here, Yawgmoth. And yours, Yawgmoth, athletics or acrobatics?
Okay.
Acrobatics, just corkscrew with the, like you're a skewered pig on a spit.
I'll do the athletics for a 25
Oh, there you go.
and close the window.
Okay. Wink.
And 1, 2, and then move.
Back out of the way.
Yep.
Run away.
Run away,
There
run
we go.
away, run away.
Inside the building.
Oops. Yep.
What's your building? What's your movement?
30.
Okay.
I invest.
Dun, dun, dun. Undead inside. Looking around. Taking in the theater. Not to be outdone. Da, 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 da. The dude comes to the window. Smart. These things. Wisdom's on par. Pound, pound, pound on the window. But it won't hold long. Shrn-ni. Care to make a recall knowledge check? You have a lovely framed dude with a wound on his upper shoulder, and you see that, is it the cold that's causing the blackening and decay? Is it the actual piercing wound? Or is it the positive damage?
Is that going to be religion?
Religion, yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Undead generally come under religion. Lucky you.
15.
You believe it is an energy signature. So it's not elemental. It's not the piercing. You believe it's the actual decomposition, negative energy nature of the creature, which has reacted violently to your positive energy. Weakness 10, positive energy for the win. Good to know.
Ooh. Very good to know.
What do you want to do? You just tell everyone, they all look at you flatly because none of them are casters. Oh, thanks, man. Guess what, everybody? And then, that would make holy water very effective as a grenade. Sploosh.
Yeah. So what I will do is I will walk away from the window.
Okay.
So 25 to get to the corner.
You're not walking, you're floating creepily, you're not fooling anyone.
Sorry, tomato.
Okay.
25, and then...
It just hops over Yawgmoth. Whoop. Signed up into the void.
And
Why were you
then
staring back at me down there?
floating
He
and
doesn't
gently
remember.
caress Atticus as I float past.
Good to see you.
Good
My
kitty.
tail puffs. Just
Puffs. Been watching the remake of Spice and Wolf, and yeah, her tail puffs a lot, and all I can think about is freaking Joesph Davis in those early days.
Is that good?
Ruining Spice and Wolf for me.
Is it good?
It's funny. It's different. They literally changed a couple characters.
So they Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood it.
In the first version,
Incarnation.
he had a female friend that was the wolf and got locked in the barn, and she was all pro this and pro that and settle down, stay here, and all right. In the new series, it's a guy. They actually changed the character and play the character. She still hits the same. Dude still hits the same beats. Oh, I'm the wolf. I got captured and everything, and talks to him. They're chummy and all this stuff. But they take out the romantic angle and they add a sort of a more vindictive, I'm going to tell the church on everybody kind of angle with this guy. And it's like, oh, that's interesting.
Cool.
But they hit a lot of the same notes, just better animation slightly so far. Oh, and they also changed the entire narrative because it starts with the wolf girl telling a wolf child with white hair, like Kraft had, a story. Yeah. So anyway, I like the original series, so I'm going to stick with it. We're enjoying it so far. Doesn't always work out that way. I loved, while we're talking Wild West, to bring this back around, the Tornado, red coat. Trigun. Original Trigun, loved it. Got 2 episodes in the new one and just put it down. Hated it.
I haven't had a chance to watch the new one, but I'll still probably give it a chance.
Sorry, I digress. Shrn-ni moves like mad. The undead rally. Hugin outside, left alone, at the back of the building.
I will smile at the undead that can't get to me and start to wander off towards the others.
Give him the undead salute.
20. Another 20.
You get Hugin, you get to the next window and he's there. Looking at you. You get to the next window and he's there. He just follows you guys to the door. I'm watching you. Okay, dropping us out of combat. You guys are all stacked up nicely, ready for your next move. What do you want to do?
I'm going to recommend go to the corner, make sure the door is still open, the El Manubrio is there, and then basically sprint across.
Run across
Trouble
them.
spotting at me. He's stealthing. His 19 beats the crap out of your perception. Damn it.
bolt across and go inside and close the doors behind us.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the best.
Do you guys move as one, or is it go? Wait, now go. Like one of those things? Yeah.
No, we
You
should
guys
all
drift.
All go
move
at once.
as one.
Okay. We're trying any stealth here, guys, or just
I'll try
just
stealth.
all run.
okay?
Close the door. They can't get in.
Okay. You guys literally just pile into the.
Yep. Mind you, we're locking ourselves on whatever's on the inside, but hey.
You guys pile yourself
Oh, God.
inside.
I will actually run further in and hoppity skippity up on top of the table.
To your left?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. You guys literally have that proverbial 1 round to get in. Sorry, no rounds. Combat stopped. You guys run in. As soon as you guys get in, it's like, okay, round 1. You step in, close the doors, you look. You guys use perception to take the whole place in. And as I had said before, find furnishings, blah, 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 horrible dance duo going on stage, assorted zombies shambling and rotting spread across the room. And as you guys close the door, since most of them were sort of drifting towards the door, they were taking their time and kind of wandering around looking at bloodstains and dead people or whatever, and some people are just getting off the floor. They all seem to be not just rambling around the room, but sort of on a path to the door. So they do automatically notice you. Can I have you guys re-up initiative, please, as you guys turn to face your new foes?
D3.
24.
Ooh,
0 to
21.
20 still getting really bad.
Hey, 12.
Okay. Since they had to wait to for a Manbrio to get in before they closed the door, I will be kind and say that his scamper was part of the we're in. You know what I mean? So Manbrio, being a little crueler to last windowsill encounter, I could totally see like they wait for you, you go scooting in, you head right for the table, no hesitation.
Yep.
Okay. So round 1, you're on top of a table. What do you do?
I
What's your
jump
whip range?
over 10
Okay.
feet to the next table, and then I whippity whappity whoo, shambling undead number 7.
Okay.
So I have
I
a
would be
question. Because
would
my
be a
whip
pain.
has the trip attached to it, do
Yeah.
I get to do that if my attack lands?
No, it's a tripping weapon, which means if you wish to perform the trip
Okay,
action, you don't
Just-
have to do athletics. You can, there'll be bonuses or such. Help me out here, Joe.
Yeah, it's just allows you to use your weapon to trip a person.
Instead of yourself. Which, however, this means you get to trip at reach.
Yep.
Hence using a weapon as opposed to you going up and kicking a guy in the shin.
Well, I'm still going to hibbity-scoppity and
Okay.
give him a good old whip in
Okay.
the face.
I will say that the square you chose is too small for anybody else but you. Considering your size and how the table square takes enough of it, I wouldn't let anybody else stand there. Let's put it that way.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
Okay. Yep.
My littleness is epic. A critical hit.
There you go.
Yeah. For 10 points of damage.
You smack this guy, his shoulder actually starts coming loose from his neck. You critically wound him in your opening move.
Sweet.
Can I have that? Can I actually have an acrobatics check for your skippity woppity boo?
Yeah, absolutely.
Athletics or.
Oh,
dude,
14.
you-
Yeah, I saw that. It tilted off the 18. I got a 14.
Oh. That's fine. It's a 10-foot jump, and considering your speed is 30 feet, that's 1/3. I'll give it to you.
And plus I have a feat that lets me do
Now, do we actually? I shouldn't just give it to you. Is there a raw calculation for the number rolled for athletics for
Are
a
you
jump?
trying to jump?
Yeah, standing, not running, because he stood on the table. Then we started the round, so it's a standing long jump.
Yes, actually, because I
There
was
is.
looking at this. I had to look at it for.
So I have the powerful leap feat.
Sweet. Let's
That
hear about that
helps.
too.
So you can jump 5 feet up with a vertical leap without making a high jump. You can also increase the horizontal distance when you leap, including as part of a high jump, by 5 feet.
Okay. That's probably absorbs the 10-foot math. So just to get on with the combat, because we're running out of time,
Yep.
I will put a pin in that reading there, Davis, unless you can find something that literally contradicts.
No.
And we'll go to Hugin Flintfire.
Oh, I still have an action.
Oh, sorry.
With my final action, I will do the trippy trip.
Okay.
Ooh, with a bad roll, but it says it was a success with a 13.
Yeah.
Sweet. Target falls and lands prone, and that is the end of my turn.
I forget. Let me scoot to Undead 7. Undead 7, where are you? And we will make him...
I hate to be that guy. It's been a while since I've done second ed, but trips have the attack trait, which means they have the multi-attack
-5.
penalty.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right. You'd have to do it at -4. Yeah.
Yes, that would have. Yeah, so that would have been actually a minus 5 to that, I think. Right?
Either -4 or 5, depending on the whip traits.
Have a gander. It's finesse, so 4. So that would have been a 9, which probably wouldn't have succeeded.
Well, there's a way we can cheat. I'll take him out of your target. Give me the roll. Don't worry about a penalty just yet, because we're going to compare it to your original roll.
It's just my attack roll with the whip, right?
Yes.
Well,
That
that's
would have hit because natural 20. Another one, please.
Oh, he has it on.
Okay, so there's a 10, right? Now your
Yep.
penalty was supposed to be what? -4 or -5?
it would be plus a +4 instead of a +9.
Right, so -5.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 from 13 would have left you with 8, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if I drag this as 10, who would say it's a miss?
Yeah, it's a miss,
at 10, so
Fair enough,
we know
yeah,
8
yeah.
is, it's saying.
Yep.
So we obviously know that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Just trying to cheat system here.
I'm pretty sure
All
I would
right.
have missed anyways. I think I probably barely landed it.
Still cool. We're all surprised 13 was like, Hugin. Look at that face. You wish you never got those tickets, did you? I hate all of you. I hate the theater.
I'm just so slow. So I guess I'll try to finish this guy off. 5, 10, 15, 20. I guess that's 15. Yeah. So I'll be 10 feet away
15,
from
20.
the prone zombie.
Oh, he's not prone.
Okay.
I
Not
failed.
anymore.
Oh, he's not. Oh, that's right. He's not prone.
Okay, sorry. You want 20 feet? You can actually get to him if you cross, because your first 5 foot left is only 5, so you can move through friendlies for free. So if you go around the table, ignore that square, right? You can actually get to where you can get adjacent if you
Okay.
wish.
Yeah.
Or do you want to be
why
in
not?
range?
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay. And you want to have a whack at this guy?
Yeah. Let's go with
Okay.
an attack. 22 for a critical hit
Cool.
with a 23 damage.
Just obliterates it. Bring a sword to a gunfight. All right. Scratch. And one left. Advance or hold the line?
Maybe I'll move I'll move to the east and put like the table between me and one of the shambling undead. Maybe they'll have to walk around it for me.
Yep, 20 feet, because we got the scattering of tables. It's not a bad idea. The vengeful undead on the stage continue to dance their dance. Shrn-ni.
Yes. Let's see. From here, I will start putting my hands together and let out a beam of divine energy. So divine lance against the shambling undead 6. So it's kind of the counter to the void spell I tried to use.
It's a projectile spell kind of thing. You're taking a shot, and because you're shooting through friendlies, they give a -1 penalty shield bonus to said shot, unless you want to move out of the way first.
Yeah, I'll kind of shift to the left and then up a little bit.
Okay, you're clear of your friends. You got a clear shot. Go ahead.
Uh, 15.
I'm dropping it, but it's not doing anything. Oh, because you're doing raw. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm dropping your thing and going, nothing's going on.
I think it is since a 22 was a crit.
It's a raw roll, right? You need a 12, so it does hit.
Okay. 3d4 spirit damage.
Ooh.
Now that's considered holy
I don't
or positive.
know.
No.
It doesn't. So I on Path Builder, I've clicked on it. It says spirits are ephemeral creatures defined by their spiritual self and often lack of physical form.
When we were playing Age of Ashes and converted to core, I'm using old legacy monsters, but when I was dropping their evil damage, the chat converted it to spirit. So I'm wondering if the old evil, holy, good just turns into spirit damage now. That was my assumption, but I had not had a chance to read and back that up. Davis, can you help me on that? Mr. Gibson?
Check.
I got double bookend Joe Rules Lawyers. Go.
Double Joe.
Double Joe.
Yeah. Actually, how about Mr. Atticus tells me what he wishes to do with his character since he's next, and we'll have
Fair.
Mr. Gibson look that up for us. Atticus, what will you do when we figure out the
double
damage of
check
this
my
thing?
movement speed first. It's 25, so I'm gonna get.
We do know that he hit it, and we do know the dude takes at least 8, if not more.
I'm gonna move to that table, for a form of cover. And
Forward, thread the needle through the 2 wide tables to the first one on your left that Mibro was standing on.
Yep.
For the
And
podcasting.
I'm going to aim at that particular undead.
Which one?
The
Number
one
6?
on the far right, number 6. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
And I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
23 to hit. Critical.
That's critical.
For 17 damage.
And we'll never know if we needed spirit damage. Just vape the guy. We were looking at. Well, we'll need to know next time, but yeah. Is that holy damage, Shrn-ni? Wondering, is that spirit damage? Is my oracle power? Okay, never mind. But that was 3 actions from Shrn-ni because you moved 2 to cast spell, yes? Right. And then Atticus takes a shot. You have 1 left. You move up, you take your shot, and then reload, I'm assuming?
I'm reloading.
Okay. Shambling undead number 4. Well, of course, he's going to come join the party. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hi. 5 more feet. I got so close to Hugin, but the table saved him because I had to double action to get to you, buddy. So no, he does not attack Hugin this round. But 5, 10, 15 coming right up from the left side of the theater, coming right towards little L. Big L. I move, and I swing my fist at the puppet. I wouldn't have cared. You could
He hits.
stand there and look like a candle. But no, you right in front of me, you whip sideways across my view and destroy my friends. I'm like, okay, that thing is something. I come forward. I hit you with a smack. 1d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage, but 9 points lightly damage you, and I do not get the grab hold because I moved the rotting dead. Take note, and comes from the back. 10, 20, because I double crossed. 25, 35, 40, 45, 50. Step in my squishy friend. Nope. Bodies are difficult terrain. Damn my awesome rulings. Oh, I have 3 actions. I don't care. Yeah, I have 3 actions, so I just step into the body. And I'll keep coming. I'll come down around beside you. And I will stop beside you, but it does take me all 3 actions to get there, Monsieur Atticus.
Fair.
Oh, I see. The guy we left inside. I moved the wrong router. That's fine. Which brings us to Yawgmoth.
All right. I would like to cast.
Cast aside this adventuring life.
Cast aside,
Cast
yeah.
aside your.
Yep, I'm just going to go at the
Cast aside
door.
pull-out.
Yeah, don't go at the door, close the door. Fuck you guys.
Next town. Next town. Head north.
No,
Okay.
electric arc. Good old electric arc. I would like to target shambling undead number 5 and shambling undead, riding undead number 2.
Okay.
Oops.
I take it 2 is your first and 5 is your backup.
Nope. It's range is 30 feet. 1 or 2 targets. I'm choosing 2 targets. They're both within 30 feet. Basic reflex save.
Okay. They're targeted.
Okay.
Not at me.
Why don't you? Oh.
What'd you get?
It just says damage.
Yeah.
So 7 damage to I'm not sure. Shambling
Get 7 to the
undead.
shambling guy in
Yep.
the back and 11 to the guy up front.
There we go.
Electric arc crosses the room and fries both guys somewhat effectively, but not completely. Anything else, sir?
Sadly enough, the other one's too far away.
You want to move?
I will move. They can handle it. Oh,
There is a stairway to your left and right, going to an upper balcony level. And he goes straight around Shambles.
straight up.
Runs right around Shambles to the middle of the room. You
Yep.
got balls. Finally, not in the initiative, but finally on the stage, another vengeful undead. One that looks familiar. Can I have society, please?
Society.
26 from
16.
Yawgmoth, no. El Mambrio, obviously the woman on stage is wearing clothes like the lead actress. And once again, your theory hasn't solidified, but is still taking more shape as clues lead towards your theory. Atticus Bellamy Smokefair nails it. That is Melissa Adelthistle. She is the star and main like she's the whole thing. She maybe didn't write it. Maybe. Not sure. But
take
you
my
do
hat
know
off.
that she is the big person that swept in here, promoted, is the big star, and there she is up dancing some weird ass thing with her husband, you believe. What was his name? Oh, it's on the tip of your tongue. Yep. No, can't remember his name. But that is definitely Melsa. And they are up there on the stage dancing a weird ritualistic looking dance in a repetitive pattern. And I'm telling you because I don't want Matt to be right. And we will see you all next time.